thus far.
But for me, for Gen.G side is way more balanced.
Yeah, very balanced.
And also the difficulty-wise is so easy because they synergize each other so well. Like Karma can help Kindred and Camille and Ashe's Kite. And also those Galio Camille combo into Senna or TF, which is immobile champions, you know?
Yeah.
It's really impactful. But yeah, my question is, can Smeb actually punish the Camille blind pick? Because last time around, T1 blind pick also the Camille on the top side, and it worked out really well. I mean, it was mainly Faker plays TF really good, but anyways, you know.
It was Dudu defecting a little bit in that game.
Yeah.
That was the Mordekaiser game. Not exactly a great one.
But anyways, Camille blind pick on the blue side, with that kind of composition, you have Ashe and Karma and Galio to help you in the team fight. So it's really great team fight composition around. But also on the KT side, they have some kind of comfort champions, and also Smeb got his Jayce.
He did. And,
time to punish again on the top side after those solo kills at game 1, you know?
We'll see whether he's got the fire in his belly as we get ready to hop into game number 2. Definitely two very different drafts out of these teams. We'll see whether Gen.G's very comfortable team fight comp is going to be what gets them over the line. Not to mention a great jungle matchup in the Kindred versus the Trundle. We have to talk about the Lamb's Respite and Heroic Entrance combo as well, because being able to put that down and guaranteeing yourself a heal and everybody that's on the enemy team gets knocked up at the same time, that is definitely bad news. As KT, we've got a Lumberjack making his way into the forest, try and get himself some timber.
Yeah, I mean, it's Senna with Glacial Augment and TF at level 1. You must run out. Just run really fast, you know, when you see them.
Well, they're standing on a ward, as the Winds of War will let them know exactly that fact. Rascal is surrounded, but KT going for a very interesting invade strat on this blue buff, as Rascal may, in fact, face check. As Kuro's even coming over. There we go. Rascal's going to get engaged on Kuro. Pick a card, does get the gold. As the Dance of Arrows does come out and gets a bit of damage there. So, unfortunately, KT not going to be able to win this trade. Aiming's here. As, I don't know what's happened. Sion's in the bottom lane. He's just going to be down there by himself against an Ashe, which feels like just an awful situation. And KT will be able to steal away the blue buff.
Yeah, KT is using their team composition already. They have really strong level 1, so that's
Willin
just
knew exactly what
Sion.
was happening. Yep.
Yeah, typical Sion.
Aiming, where are you going, dude? Well, he's going to be stuck at level 1 for a little while. Kellin going to do the same thing. Just spots out the Senna. This is going to be squishy Senna, not with the Grasp of the Undying and the Iceborne, sorry, the Frozen Mallet. TusiN does spot Ruler. Soul Furnace does keep him alive for a little bit longer, but that's an owie.
Yeah.
As Smeb would have really liked to have hit that one. As Rascal's got the better of him so far. Smeb's even eaten through most of his mana bar.
He already failed the trade pretty hard, by the way.
Yeah.
And I think KT really need to like Smeb to just pop off in from the laning phase, because for sure, Aiming and TusiN is gonna have hard time on the both side against Ashe and Karma, right? So he shouldn't fail on in the laning phase, because then the whole game plan is gonna fall out. They have no lane of the Priya, so Smeb really needs to just focus on the laning phase and try to just keep up the pressure and Priya.
You can see Rascal pretty comfortable on this Camille.
Yeah.
Currently 10 and 4. And Clid not going to be able to claim his first mark. That was a northern one. Rolled pretty poorly, unfortunately. As Aiming does make it back down to this bottom side. Piercing Darkness should be able to help TusiN out. And this is all about stability on the bottom side. But right now, there is not very much of that. 18 CS to 4. But at least Decimating Smash should help TusiN pick up a few of the farm. Clid's going to move on over. Wolf pops his head in. Not going to be able to steal away one of his comrades. And the Raptor camp going to be started up here by bonO. So everything's pretty chill. 100 gold in the lead is Gen.G. Nothing to write home about whatsoever. As we got, they're just jumping up and down here as Rascal utilizes his shield very effectively. You can see the CS, not too much of a worry for either top laner at this point in time. Clid does spot his mark, actually. And bonO's just going to let him have it for free. Okay, TusiN going to get snared, and there's the volley. TusiN should just be dead here. One more auto attack, and there we go. Snared up, zombie TusiN. Not going to be able to do anything. He's got teleport, so it's not going to be the end of the world as he picks up at least one of the CS.
Yeah.
Again, Smeb losing trades, as this looks like Gen.G have the game well and truly under control in the early stages.
KT is already struggling. I mean, for KT side, top side, and mid lane, and bot lane, all 3 lanes are getting pushed in. So for bonO, it's pretty rough. He already have losing matchup in the jungle side, so.
Yeah, now actually just trying to walk up to Clid, who's happy to dance after him. Oh, that pillar was fantastic. But I don't know whether he just wanted to be taking free damage like that anyway. See whether Smeb's going to be able to utilize this extra pressure.
Yeah, I mean, you know the feeling when you are a jungler and your lanes are just losing everywhere, you know? Like
yeah.
You cannot do anything, and especially when you have losing jungle matchup too. So it's already a rough timing for KT. And in the other hand, Gen.G is already doing great with the laning phase champions, you know?
Oh, straight up. And they also have a composition that scales very well, as we're going to have a look at this once again. Kellin locks down TusiN, and it's about as easy as you like. As you can see, I believe that was Airy that did the last hit. Now Smeb, he's got himself some extra regen, went back, got himself an extra Doran's Blade. And after the first back, feeling okay. That hook shot, pretty good out of Rascal though.
But I mean, I still feel really bad on this matchup, by the way. Smeb counterpicked Jayce into Camille, and he's still getting pushed in. And I don't think Jayce really wants to just farm on the turret against melee matchup. And it's been like 6 minutes already that he is getting pushed in.
Well, correct. Looking for that gold card, but BDD makes it into Fog of War, into that brush. And now it's in fact the flash in from Rascal. There's the heroic entrance, and this is a combo that you really can't deal with. In goes the Destiny though. BDD just took a turret shot. Gold card comes down. Wild cards do about nothing though. And Kuro doesn't have a lot of mana, so this is just defensive ultimate towards the top side. Double flashes out from our top laners as Smeb might just die here, 1 versus 2. As bonO's going to come in. So Rascal a little bit aggressive. But Kuro just has no damage right now as BDD not going to find the taunt that he really wanted. Rascal looking for more. Meanwhile, Ruler just kiting here towards the bottom side. Decimating Smash is decent. As in the meantime, Clid is just taking down this Infernal Drake, and aiming gets snared. Oh my god, pops like a balloon. His bottom lane, we spoke about it. It is so volatile. And once they start autoing you, they're probably going to do it for a really long time. Unless you're under your turret.
I mean, this is the reason why Smeb really needs to work really hard, because their bot lane is having so hard time under the bot lane. And because of the matchup, that counter pick should work out, but it looks like
that's just an arrow into the face, and Ruler will just kill TusiN. TusiN should be able to get rid of these minions, but yeah, Frost Shot just going to kite him out. And this is a disaster and a half.
Keep getting solo killed in pro scene in LCK, even though you have hard matchup, is not acceptable, by the way.
Yeah, no, not at all. I mean, that was 2v2 killed, and both of them died. That's haven't seen that for a while. Yeah, straight up disaster.
Straight up disaster, and also top matchup is not working out that well for the KT side.
And Kuro needs to try and defend his 100% win rate. It's not working so far. They're on track to being perfect game at this particular point in time as KT going to take down the first Rift Herald of the game. Clid getting taken down extraordinarily low and will just die. All right, TusiN going to grab that first kill. So as I mentioned, perfect game. KT say no. And they'll be able to grab that kill and grab Shelly at the same time. So possibly a bounce back. Remember, Senna is all about the scaling.
Yep.
You know? I don't know whether you're going to be able to scale yourself out of the hole that they're in right now, but we'll see what they can do. As bonO and aiming, looking to try and punish Rascal here, as I think Shelly's just going to be put down to try and give Smeb some more money. They will do their best to get rid of the first couple of turret plates. In the meantime, is Shelly point blank. And that is going to be a lot of extra gold here for the Jayce. And of course, shared amongst the rest of the team as well. As it looks like they're just going for first turret blood. As TusiN trying his best to keep himself alive. Lamb's Respite is now available from Clid. Decimating Smash charged and will help clear out this wave. One of the good things about Sion here is Ruler's not going to be able to take down the turret, but TusiN is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
And that's a mark that Clid's just gathering here in the meantime, by the way.
Yeah, this time around he's on losing AD carry position. Like when he was support, he was just going around all around the map, but yeah.
Yep, ulti's going to come out, Decimating Smash comes in, but I think TusiN is still dead. Kellin tanks up the turret for a little while as TusiN knows that he's not going to be able to catch up to the Karma. Might help save this turret as the Zombie Sion does eventually fall. So 1 and 3 now is TusiN. A lot of kill contribution, whether it be on the enemy side or on his own teams.
They keep getting solo killed, and as I mentioned it's not acceptable, even though you have hard matchup, and especially when you are on red side, because you saw all the champions that they picked.
Yeah.
And also, technically, you picked up this matchup to play it. So, yeah, for KT bot lane after that, that performance in game 1, this is kind of disappointing performance at game 2.
Yeah, it really is. Ruler is playing very, very well alongside Kellin there with this combo. We're going to spot. Oh, Clid actually didn't have an opportunity to use his ult.
Yeah. I mean, it was Clid again that who got cut.
Yeah.
Gen.G's ahead, but yeah, I don't want to mention that again more because I feel like the more I talk about Clid and Ruler getting cut, they are actually getting cut so many times, again and again.
I think that might have just been a straight up misplay from Rascal just there. Unfortunately, couldn't get the hookshot onto Smeb. Clid's in the area, but as is bonO, and Kuro has Destiny available as well. Level 9 for our mid laners. TusiN playing in some alcoves, but if Ruler finds him, could be just a dead Sion again. Yeah. Thankfully, keeps himself alive.
I mean, the thing is, KT still have active TF on the map, so they still have some chance of using TF ulti to have great rotation on the top side, especially.
But yeah, now you can see TusiN's going to die again. This is... Do you remember the Zombie Sion strategy?
Oh, yeah.
Where you just int the entire game and you'd still win because you're Sion? Don't know whether that works anymore.
It reminds me Suicide Singed.
Yeah. The same thing. No, it might have actually just been... No, yeah, Suicide Singed was a thing, but there was also Suicide Sion.
Yeah.
That did a similar thing as well, I think. I might just be thinking of the Singed. But you used to kill yourself on jungle camps early as Sion. He was all about the dying. This time around, you're probably not wanting to play that one. The inting Sion strat was a thing.
Yeah.
And now he's going to teleport back into lane. The rest of KT are in the area, though. They're looking to take down this Cloud Drake, which is live. And yeah, TusiN's right in amongst everything, but thankfully does have his choo-choo train. He's going to be absolutely fine. Kuro, Destiny's forward, is going to be able to find Rascal here. Throws down the ulti. BDD doesn't find too many knockups, but the Trundle has already fallen. And TusiN tethered up immediately as he comes in. It's going to be a decent triple knock-up there from the Sion, but he is so weak. Aiming comes on over. And the Sion is going to survive for the moment. Massive damage, actually, but TusiN has to flash. Oh, is it going to be enough damage? The answer is no. And the volley's not going to find them either. But they lose their jungler, and they lose the Drake. And Gen.G, it's looking like Earth, Wind, and Fire here as the Mountain Drake is going to be the next one.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I was talking about, the team composition that actually can help Camille. And Jayce is going to fall down after this dive, or?
Maybe. Does try and deal with this minion wave as Kuro's going to teleport in, looking to try and attack Rascal here as yet. Clid's just dead unless he uses his ultimate. Nope, he actually moves out of turret range, uses the ulti there as Smeb is going to fall down. Ruler steps into the Lamb's Respite as Rascal should at least fall down. Aiming's going to be able to grab that one. Now bonO looking to try 1v3. But remember, he's pretty kiteable as this Trundle. So Ruler just throws out a volley and they know that they cannot get there. That dive was much cleaner than I was expecting.
Kellin is having so clean game this game around, by the way.
100% kill contribution.
Yeah?
My god.
With Ruler. But anyways, this is the reason why this team composition is so balanced, you know? Even though like Rascal kind of missed position and maybe it was a chance to get one shot, but BDD Insta looks on Rascal and also that was great shield by Kellin too. So everyone is helping each other, you know? That's why this team competition is so scary.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. And unfortunately, Daunting Shadow not available or anything like that to try and go more aggressive. As Gen.G, 4-man versus 2 dive towards the bottom side. I'm actually super surprised that I thought Clid actually had turret aggro, but he didn't. As Kellin, he tanks up the turret. Lamb's Respite is used at exactly the right time, and Ruler's able to utilize that as well in order to get out.
Yep.
And KT, they just can't chase. As we get back into live, and we are river ramming around Shirley. This control ward will be taken down. KT grouped as 5. Decimating Smash being channeled. Gen.G looking to come on over. There's the taunt. Lands onto TusiN. He's going to go down to about half health as Smeb's just taken down by himself in the pit. Rascal dives on forward. Good gold card, but that's used purely defensively as the zombie Sion is just being toyed with at the minute. And Gen.G getting super far ahead. It is 9-2 in the kill score. And KT are floundering.
Yeah, I mean, if they were behind, that team fight positioning was not that great, but they had enough confidence to have just force it so super hard through that.
Well, there's the ulti out of aiming. Gonna need another couple of autos though, as there's the teleport, aiming completely out of mana. And the hawk shot hits someone. Doesn't do any damage though.
This time around, Kellin saved Ruler. And
yeah.
Saved the day actually.
Kellin's playing super well.
Yeah, he almost threw the game again. Like, almost. Happening.
He's throwing it the right way.
It's fine, though. He didn't die, so.
Smeb might. Clid is in position. That's a great powered shock blast. That was very cathartic. As, actually, Smeb's had some of the best farming moments when it comes to, like, feeling good. He had that... That was a famous one, massive wave in the bottom lane, and he lightning rushed through it and W'd all of the minions to death because he was so fed. That was super great. So we're going to have a look at this one once again. Kuro, BDD gets all the way in there with his Galio, and Rule's just free hitting. He's having the best time ever. Eventually has to deal with the zombie Sion, but that's not actually doing anything, and he really does just want to go all the way in.
And yeah, for now, Jayce is completely useless. Yeah, I don't think Smeb pulled off with the last pick, counter pick Jayce, because he couldn't manage to have some winning lane or prior in the lane, but also I don't think he's gonna pop off in the late game because his item build is all about kind of early game. And if he really wanted to just go for the late game and farm on the turret, then maybe he should just build Mana Moon or something, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But for now, he's just like getting one shot by Clid and not gonna be able to deal any damage in a team fight. So KT has no damage in general. That's the problem.
It's looking really dicey. They do have pick potential, right? But you're right. I just don't think that they're able to actually finish anyone off. Rite of Ages is starting to stack here for Kuro, and he's looking to collect his Lich Bane as soon as possible, but currently he's being routed in the jungle. Destiny is what he's considering right now, is Shirley. Will she get a charge off? The answer is yes, and she completes the turret as in goes the ulti from TusiN. They do manage to take down Ruler, actually, as TusiN, standing in the Lamb's Respite, he's going to keep himself alive. Maybe a bit of a mistime there from Clid. He's done that before, actually, as Gold Card will follow the Kindred. Wildcards, fair bit of damage there, and now KT feeling like it could be their opportunity. Justice Punch from BDD doesn't get him close enough, and Gen.G now underneath that turret, but it looks like this Mountain Drake is what's on KT's mind.
That was great focus on the Ruler because he didn't have any summon spells, and Kuro is actually playing so great in team fights. Like he's keep stunning all the targets and feels like he's managing all the team fights. You know?
Yeah, I feel like Kuro's getting. He got the player of the game in game 1 because of him saving the game in game 2.
Yeah,
maybe that's what it is.
Maybe that's true. But anyways, it's really good to see how they use their team composition as a team, you know?
Yeah. And TusiN does have his Frozen Heart completed. Will help him against Clid and Ruler, definitely. We do very much like their attack speed. Sheen done from Kuro here, who's building towards some of his cooldown reduction. And we'll have that Lich Bane done relatively soon. The Senna, yes, you are definitely going to have to run away from Rascal, especially with that item build. Umbral Glaive not quite done yet from aiming, hasn't even started building it yet. As bonO, 1 level behind Clid, but in this matchup, you'd expect that.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter, like at this point, you are just 1 level behind. It really doesn't matter in this meta. Junglers are just tools in the late game and mid-late game.
Trundle not going to be as good of a tool as he was in game number 1 because, of course, you know, Rascal and B2D, probably the tankiest members of the team, but not going to be focusing on building resistances or anything like that. But to be able to get rid of them in a fight is definitely going to be good, so softening up those stats is going to be a great idea. Plus, Subjugate plus Lethality works very, very well. You know, you get rid of those armor statistics, and you're going to have a much better time. So Smeb and aiming, both of them being Lethality carries, looking to try and capitalize on that one. So bonO moving towards the top side here. TusiN is already up there. And the choo-choo train has left the station. My god, that damage! Just insane. As the Dawning Shadow flies forward, the taunt's brilliant onto Kuro, though, who dies before he can get anything done. The Trundle inside that one immediately flashes out as Clid's going to follow him. That's going to secure that kill, as now TusiN should be going down. Yep, Ruler's just going to cut this one out also easily. And remember, KT started this. Just didn't quite work out in the end.
The difference between last teamfight and this teamfight is...
night and day, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Kellin didn't get one shot, and that was great ultimate usage by Clid as well. And this is what Gen.G was looking for. And for sure they can end up Nasher because they have no jungler KT side.
Yeah. I mean, Smeb might be able to get some kills here as the teleport's going to come forward from Kuro. They are looking to try and get something done, but the Baron is going to fall down, and Gen.G should be able to disengage, especially with Ruler there with those volleys. Gold card comes in, and Kuro is unfortunately going to miss that in Fog of War, of course, so more difficult to know exactly the trajectory. Well, let's have a look at this one again. TusiN trying to force when they probably didn't want to.
And yeah, TusiN couldn't land the Q on the Kellin, and I mean, maybe it couldn't help that much more, but anyways, at the end, they couldn't one-shot the target they were looking for, and after that, all the champions that Gen.G had was just synergizing each other's really well, so...
Yeah, now, Ruler does almost have his Death Dance as his third item. A casual 5-1-6 scoreline, 1 kill away from full participation, as is Kellin, who's 308. Moving towards a pretty comfortable pog. He's got double cups. Look at those cups. Going Mikhail's second. That's cool. Man's he's thirsty for more kills and assists, I guess.
And yeah, it's only TF is actually kind of annoying right now at this point, but yeah, Kuro is just keep trying to find out the target, and this time around it's Ruler.
Yeah, instant cleanse there from Ruler as the train a little bit late. Yeah, delays. Come on, guys. You know, public transport systems are difficult, and TusiN no stranger to that one either. As Rascal's just going to split push forever. Top inner turret taken for free. Now the inhibitor is where he's going to be focusing. Level advantages are just gigantic. Kuro's going to head towards level 13 and at least manages to get ahead of Clid, which is something that you don't really want to be talking about, really. You're talking about an even game. As KT will be able to move up here and at least defend their inhibitor. But Ruler The inner turret is going to be taken down. Good stun there onto TusiN. That may just be him dead. Because as you can see, the kite is pretty strong. Kuro comes from the side, that's going to defend. But man, I think Kuro's heading towards his first Twisted Fate loss.
Yeah. And they're just so far ahead, so it doesn't matter if they're doing 1-3-1 or
it's an
any other rotation.
8,000 gold lead.
Yeah. Because KT lost all the engage tools and trying to cut Rascal here.
Yep, Dawning Shadow keeps Smeb alive as Rascal down very, very low. TusiN comes on in. Physical damage, so that shield actually not going to affect as the Empowered Shock Blast does decent work there onto BDD. Gold card comes out, and there goes the Gargoyle. Maybe biting off a little bit more than good old Gen.G could chew. And now KT will know exactly where Clid is. And it might be their opportunity to move down and stop this Mountain Drake, but I don't know. Teleport comes in, and yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do. I love this capitalization. Heroic entrance on cooldown. Teleport is up for BDD, but he's still dead for another 25 seconds.
Yeah, KT definitely picked up the great kill on the top side. Yeah, I mean, they were doing 1-3-1, but this is the reason why you don't do 1-3-1 in this meta.
Does Clid have 9 marks?
Yep.
9 marks? The heck? I guess that's what happens when there's heaps of kills in the game, but that's too many marks.
But anyway, this time around, the KT was getting kills, and they picked up the Drake as well, so they can actually... They earned so many times. So, and as you mentioned it, Senna is all about the late game stacks also.
Yeah.
So,
how many stacks does Aiming have? He might have less stacks than Clid has marks, to be honest. As Aiming not going to be able to get the red buff. He doesn't even have his Umbral Glaive yet. As we're having a look at the total damage dealt, Ruler has done a lot. As it's all about Kuro and Aiming trying to get some work done. To Aiming's credit, he's done more than I was expecting him to, actually, on the Senna. But it's still 7,500 gold. The lead. Damage received. It's a big number, bonO.
They're sucking so much damage, yeah?
Yeah. Whether that's... it's not a good thing.
I mean, it's a good thing if you're winning. But
true. If you're a tank.
Yeah.
As the heals and shields, pretty good out of Kellin. He's had a really good game so far. But shout out to Aiming as well. Stats looking pretty good as bonO looking to try and pillar Clid in here. There's that mark on his head. He's going to help out with this wave clear quite nicely. As the pillar, I'm not sure what that was doing. It's not going to achieve too much as the split push continues and KT are just being spread way too thin. They have way less money and way less hope in this game. Baron's going to be up in 45 seconds. Mountain Drake going to be up in 3.5. Somehow KT managed to get the last 2 mountains. So not going to be worried about souls or anything like that. As Clid bouncing over the wall, trying to take down Aiming, but the snare is good. And Clid's going to have to use his ultimate here. Kuro just standing on the decimating smash as Clid does get himself over the wall. Dawning Shadow not enough. And Ruler in the meantime is going to take down this inhibitor turret as the kerfuffle was being caused. Smeb trying to jump onto Rascal, who's just going to dive back in, gets himself the... Yeah, the ulti, and that's a very, very dead Smeb. And he's going to get punished, so the Camille does fall down. Can't Hextech ultimatum everyone, but trade of top laners, and also a hell of a lot of inhibitors being removed from the map. 100% worth if you're a Gen.G fan.
Yeah, and if if Gen.G gets Nasher, then you can officially say it's game over, you know. They already lost 2 inhibitors, and also there's no inhibitor towers.
I mean, you might be able to call it over now.
Even before?
Yeah.
Maybe there can be one miracle team fight from KT side before they get Nasher, you know?
Maybe. Maybe they fight and they kill them in the Baron Pit.
Yeah, I mean, that's the play that they should look for, because if they give up Nasher, then the game is just over.
You know, I haven't actually seen Kindred marks on Dragon or Baron in competitive play, as far as I remember.
Yeah.
Because I just don't think Kindreds get enough marks. In solo queue, you see it all the time, right? Because there's like 400 kills in the first like 20 minutes of the game. But this is like the highest amount of marks I've seen a Kindred have. Because Clid, you know, is 3-1-5, been getting across the map, and it looks like he's just being good at marking his targets. Plus, they've had access to the entire enemy jungle almost this entire time.
Yeah. Because he had the 3 lanes pushing prior, so that was way easier to play Kindred in this meta. And also, he was playing into Trundle, so everything, like every setup was just made for Clid, and yeah, finally he's popping off. It's really good to see. And all he needs to do is just close out the game.
Yep.
With
And
these two inhibs.
And Rascal very close to grabbing that flashback off cooldown. His teleport is up. bonO is going to get snared. As Kellin is also going to have a little bit of trouble here as Ruler finds himself the ulti, but aiming immediately cleanses, gets himself out of the way. Respawn of the inhibitor in the mid lane is great news here for KT, but also feels pretty good for Rascal. He sees that as 50 gold. He's going to be able to walk over and collect. Looks like Ruler has an idea that he's going to take it away himself. As Gen.G, they move on in. They want to create as much pressure as possible. As there's the train. Ruler's going to flash, actually, as the pillar is pretty good. Decimating Smash lands, but heroic entrance is going to be there. Kuro flashes out of the way of BDD, but Rascal's right there to pick up the pieces. Gold card lands as they're trying to turn this, and it looks like Rascal will be falling down. Yes, he does go. As the Dawning Shadow comes in as well. TusiN bought a lot of time as BDD goes golden at right the last second. And then they get onto the Lamb's Respite. Clid goes over the wall. Kellin going to try and keep himself alive. The range not quite there as Smeb dives over the wall and takes down Clid. And now Ruler's trying to cut it out, but he can't do it. And KT somehow win exactly that miracle team fight that you were talking about, we did.
Yeah, before the Nasher, they did have really great engage. Maybe I thought it was really a desperate play by TusiN because he couldn't land the ultimate on the Ashe, on the Ruler. But he flashed in and tried to just keep fighting there, and finally they made up. And it was kind of separate fight, right? And
yeah.
That's why Gen.G couldn't synergize each other really well, because their champions are all about 5 men together. But this time around, they couldn't. So.
TusiN even ran into bonO's pillar. That was not a great start to this fight. This was just KT calling out the right targets, I think.
It's again Kuro's TF, you know?
Yeah.
He's controlling the team fight all the time. And yeah, I mean, that was really disgusting shield and heal by Kellin and Clid, but he's supporting Galio. They are actually pilling Galio, but all they need to do is just peel Ashe or Camille. That's better. It sounds better, no?
Yeah. There's a great cleanse out of Ruler there as well, but you saw the stopwatch is going to be enough to deny it. And Kuro pretty close to collecting that as Smeb. Oh my god, the second hit of that is just disgusting damage out of Rascal. And not a lot that Smeb could really do there. So caught out of position, pushed way too far up actually. So now TusiN is getting angry. So aiming's not going to find any of the snares. Stations is where thumbs up, thumbs down. But now with Smeb dead, this should be Gen.G able to get rid of at least all of the inhibitors. I don't know whether they can siege the turrets, but they may just try. Since KT do at least not have to deal with Baron at the moment. It's still available. It's marks for Clid as well, actually. bonO puts down a pillar. What are they going to do? KT, this is the definition of being on the ropes. They're down 7,000 gold against a composition that scales better than theirs in most regards.
Yeah, all the inhibs are down, and again, it's Nasher, the one is left. And I don't think they can even look for the fight at this point. The top inhibitor is back, but they can really one-shot the Nasher at this point.
Oh yeah, they should just dive over and kill it. It's way too easy. Aiming, he's going to poke his head in as the Hawk Shot discovers exactly that. As Destiny will at least demonstrate, they back away just to time out the Destiny situation. As aiming, that's a pretty good capture, Jack. We've had a lot of good cleanses here today.
Yeah.
As Kuro over the side. Doesn't have ulti, remember, so Gen.G just moved themselves back to the Baron. And it should be all too easy. Font now on cooldown as TusiN trying to fight against Rascal. Once again, that E just doing way too much work. BDD off to the side, okay. Aiming starting to do some work as the Baron is going to take down Kindred. Clid's just not having his greatest series, is he?
Yeah. Clid and Ruler, they are just having some struggle moments, but
there is some moments where things get rough, aren't there?
That was great burst by Smeb and aiming over the wall. Even though, I mean, Smeb is all about the late game team fight, I guess, you know?
Doesn't matter what he's playing, yeah. Lethality Jayce, still all about the team fights.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now KT are going to do Baron, I guess. It's gone down pretty slowly, though, as you can see. 4 members here in the pit. Kellin's going to be there. As we'll see whether KT can actually get out of this one. It's a Hail Mary, if ever I've seen one, as back is being channeled, and you can see Kuro's trying to get out, but that's 2 kills already, and there's no flash here for Kuro, and so he's going to go down. Sion killed Camille. Don't know how that happened, but it did. And now the heroic entrance is going to bring BDD over for his deserved quadra kill, potentially, as the snare is going to come in. And there we go. The taunt lands, and BDD gets his Justice Punch. 6,000 damage.
BDD's on fire. BDD's on fire.
Hey, but at least KT got the Baron.
Oh, yeah.
Am I right?
I mean, they tried their best, you know? That was the best choice that they could do.
That's true. That's true.
After, like, 3 inhibs, you know?
Oh, did Aiming only barely not have his flash? I mean, Smeb's... Oh, it's so